beat. I love the way my body's moving to the beat.
Hi, I'm Meenakshi Shedde. We're here at the fantastic Festival International at the Berlin Film Festival with this beautiful film from Nepal/Belgium called Songs of Love and Hate. It's a short film in generation. This is Saurav Ghimire, the director from Nepal, Bahadur, Bham, the producer, Minsho, Limbu, also producer. We're very, very proud to have this film. It's a very unusual film, which is talking of. You want to tell us what the film is about?
So the film is about a radio programmer who runs a love advice program, and in the film he goes on a search for his own answers to his love problems and also of the audiences.
It's a very haunting film. Very unusual. It's almost never seen a film like this from South Asia. A, because it's black and white, but it's almost entirely using found footage, which is very unusual, and I believe that was the starting point of the film. So, how on earth did you start off with found images? They were also images that you shot. Tell us a little about how this film started.
So basically, I had archived found footages that I collected during my travels from two different places in Nepal, inside Nepal, and later on I had this idea of a radio show that could exist, and I could use these found footages to actually build a character who, after post breakup, travels to find answers to his own problem, but at the same time he's also a host of the love advice program. So that means he also has to be accountable to his audiences and these people who advise these people. So that was the starting point, and we started editing after that. The film was only based on editing based, so we started editing for 2 to 5 months, and in between that period we found the kind of way the film could work, the kind of images that could work, and it was 28-minute cut, which we reduced to 13-14 minute, and then finally 17-minute film.
It's lovely. I think one of the many wonderful contradictions in your film, the guy who's giving advice himself has no answers. He's still looking for them, right? He's not this. And I like also that. Yeah, so a lot of people, the questions that come in from listeners to the radio station, to the expert brain guy giving love advice, are also reflecting a lot of social issues in Nepal. A lot of them, somebody's in love with somebody of the wrong caste, or the parents have objected, or different reasons why this love relationship can't happen. And I like that it is treated with a lot of respect and empathy, whereas what we usually see on reality shows and television is just so tacky, like Big Boss, Shark Tank, something. It's like waiting to tear down the other people, betray and show off how evil you can be. And this is kind of a very old-fashioned comment, but it's also a very strong comment on how Nepali society and South Asian society doesn't like people think. So can you tell us where that idea came from?
So it's always a problem, these kind of social issues, and it has been existing in South Asia for a long time. And it is not that there has not been any policies or laws, because Nepal just legalized same-sex marriage 2 years ago. But the problem is not just that. The problem lies in culture and the mindset of people. It does not end only by creating law or policy, but then also by we need to wait for the change to be in the culture and with the people. So I think the part where even the radio host does not have any answers is also a reflection on this point in our society, and also a slight comment on that. But yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Bahadur Bham is one of Nepal's great directors. He has a fantastic film in competition in Berlin called Shambhala, and his first film, feature film, Kalu Popi Black Hen, was at Venice. He has a huge body of work. He's also producing this film. Tell us what appealed to you about this film.
frankly speaking, I came on board on this project very late. But at that point, when I saw the footages, the director and another producer, Minsho, who brought to me, and I was very impressed by the images and by the idea of the director, and I somehow felt like I really wanted to be part of this film. So basically, instead of supporting on this project as a producer, rather I would say I feel more proud to be part of this kind of films, that this kind of narrative voice that are coming from our country, from Nepal or even South Asia. It is very important at this moment of time frame, that it's really important for me and for my fellow filmmakers and for the people from my country to be feel more proud to raise this kind of voice and this kind of stories which are really rare, which are really untold, and these are needed to be told to the universe. So that's why I feel very happy and proud to be part of this project.
So lovely, but you're really being very generous. Minsho, you have this company, Junko Films, and do you think that one of the reasons he was able to come up with this extraordinary, beautiful way of connecting found footage into a film, could it be because it's actually a film school film from Belgium where he's studying film, and do you think he had other different ideas which may not traditionally have come out of the Nepali film industry as such? You think it's its exposure that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite daring to do this.
Yeah, as far as I know, Saurav, he has always been very open to the kind of cinema that we have in Nepal, and he was also always very open to exploring other kinds of cinema. And about Saurav going to Belgium for his masters, I think ever since he came back from his masters, he has been very interested in archiving. So, like you said, maybe it was the exposure that we couldn't get in Nepal, or he couldn't get in Nepal. That might be the seed of the film. So yeah, it's definitely the exposure as well.
So lovely, but please tell us about the music, this Bachu Kailash's poetry and the music. The choice was so haunting because for me it was really piercing the heart. It's kind of music we can immediately connect to any part of South Asia, similar kind of music. But the particular choice was just so apt and haunting because we don't have a specific person we are connecting with, this hero, he's heartbroken. It's all very general. And in a way, because it's not specific, it makes it personal for us. We can enter the film. So tell us about the music, please.
So actually the music is the theme song of Radio Nepal. So it was the only device of communication for I think the last 60-70 years, and it's something that all the Nepalese people have heard and can relate to. So before new means of communication came like TVs and internet, it used to be this song that used to connect the people and the radio.
So this is the theme song of Radio Nepal itself. I see. Okay.
And it's a very intimate and evoking a sense, very deeply evoking kind of music, and I had to use it.
Wonderful. No, this film really, it's also very daring. Yeah. Go on, please.
Yeah, that is why I had to use it to introduce it. So I used the music to introduce it. So it
Yeah, let me add something
Please.
about the music. This is one of the best examples for me that I really like about the film, related to the music, which gives very authenticity on the film. It's very authentic values that most of the time, including me and all the filmmakers from our region, especially from Nepal, we're always trying to find the best way to make the film as much as possible, authentic as much as possible. So this could be one of the best ways that Saurav, as a director, I really admire his choice for the music. So it gives really authentic voice on the story.
As you were also asked in the Q&A, so the images are quite general. Some guy, misty fog, mountains, beautiful shots of snow peaks. There's an exquisite last shot of an eagle going off again. But there's no specific person or the story being referred to is not there. Was it very deliberate to have general images, and was it intended to allow a space to enter? Or
So you don't see any people that was very intentional. We put that you don't see a person, and exactly speaking, you don't see a person's or any character's faces, because face is something when you see in the cinema that you relate to. You see eyes, emotional, and you want to connect with the face. You ask questions when you see your face. You know, who is this? Why is he here? And stuff like that. But in the story, it's also about getting lost. It's about trying to find answers, to create a space and a zone from which people can think. And I think that was the intention of intentionally avoiding any character as such, or showing them very prominently close to the camera. And it also creates a space for just a space for people to get into the story and the journey of this one character, who is also trying to find his own answers to everything. So he's also traveling in the story. He's going to somewhere, so it's also his journey.
Sure.
So we see his journey. He is taking his, let's say for example, his camera and his shooting things. And yeah, these are the two things.
beautiful. You know, it's quite rare, as I said. One other film that I can think of is Payal Kapadia's The Night of Knowing Nothing, which is also using found footage in a really brilliant way. And very few, not very many films have used this device, but really accomplished something at a global level. So big congratulations to you and the whole team. Thank you so much. Very delighted with the warm reception, long applause at the world premiere. And thank you and good luck for your careers. Thank you.